So ever since the iPhone 15 Pro came out, we have created both extreme minimalism rigs all the way to the most insane rigs. Today we're gonna go for something a little bit more in between, something that gives you good rigging options, multiple ports, ability to connect different accessories, but also something that can pretty much fit in any bag or not be a pain to carry around. It's time to upgrade the Beastcage. The cage itself is right here. Amateur, Michael, it's not even put together. In addition to leveling up your mobile filmmaking gear, make sure you also level up the understanding of how to get the best footage with your phone. You can do this with my iPhone filmmaking guide, where it's a guide filled with hours of content, teaching you everything you need to know about becoming the best iPhone filmmaker. If you're interested to learn more, check it out in the link in the description and use this code for an extra 10% off. Now back to building this setup. Now the Beastcage doesn't change dramatically from year to year. For example, here is my iPhone 14 Pro Max version. We have a quick release on the front where you just kind of press and hold this top here, and then this part comes off. We grab our caseless phone right here, which perfectly fits right in there. It's got nice little padding so you're not scratching your phone at all. Realign that on top and just snap that into place. The only thing I will say that I was interested to see if they would accommodate, but they did not, is the action button. If you have your action button mapped to like your favorite camera app or anything, you're not gonna be able to access that in this cage. It came with quite a few mounts that allow me to quick change very different types of setups. There's a lot of different lenses on the market. Obviously, Beastgrip sells their own lenses, and so this will fit this very nicely. But if you have Moment lenses or other third-party lenses, that will fit nicely as well. I can just loosen this red knob right here, take off the whole plate and lens, and then I have the other style of plate here. So it comes with this guy right here, which is a 58mm filter mount. So I can just slide on this ND. Look how nice and minimal that is. Covers all three of your lenses, so you can change between your various ultra wide, wide, and telephoto and still get coverage. I have a old Tiffin variable ND, which I really enjoy. So this is a 77mm. I think everyone used to own one of these. Came with this 58mm 277 step-up ring. So again, all three of my lenses have nice coverage. And now I have my variable ND, so I can keep the proper shutter speed for all my shots. And this is really the minimalist setup I've been enjoying. The third setup is going to be a little bit larger, but with the DOF adapter. I made a whole video about this recently. You guys can check out after this one. I've been using this vintage Nikon lens that I have adapted to EF. It actually makes it more compact, because if you've seen my channel and seen me use the DOF adapter, I'm usually using my much larger IREX lenses. I think this vintage lens gives a really cool look with the DOF adapter to the phone, and it's still relatively compact, right? Like this now is the size of kind of like a more compact mirrorless camera. So for now, I'm just gonna stick this guy back on since it's what I've been filming with the most. As I mentioned before, I have this right angle NATO rail, which fits with the new Beastgrip handle. I like this one because it just slides right up there. You can put it, you know, at any different height you want it. And it's a nice little easy to use handle. If you're filming vertical content, of course, you can go on this side as well. Tilt it right there. And this has been an awesome vertical handheld setup. But today I also want to add in some ports. I don't like, you know, having a bunch of cables that can get caught on things, easily break. I'm just not a fan of it, which is why I came up with the idea of using those right angle USB-C adapters. So we're going to be using one of those today. This little guy. I'll have everything listed and linked in the description below, as well as the Anker 541 USB-C hub. This is intended to go on an iPad. I showed this off in the previous video. If you pick up one of these, just know that most likely to get it to fit, you'll just need to take off the little rubber seal that is usually right here, which is just really easy. You just peel it right off. I'll show it from my last video. So the only other items we'll need to complete this setup is a SD card. If you want to use a short little cable, because this does have a USB-C port on it that is 5 gigabits, then you can totally use that, but I'm going to use a SD card just to keep the setup that much more minimal. And ideally, bring in some two-sided tape. So to get this set up, it's actually pretty simple. but all we need to do is actually loosen the two screws on top for the handle. So right now you can see I have the handle pushed all the way to the bottom of the phone, and so there's no way for me to get this adapter like in there. So we just need to extend it out to its furthest position. Just put in the adapter, slide that right in, plug it into the bottom of the phone. So now we have a nice little right angle. And from here, you could veer off on this setup and do whatever you want. You could have a cable run up here to an SSD, anything like that. But this adapter actually perfectly aligns and fits. If I plug it in right there, look, it looks like it's made for this setup. Obviously, it's a little bit loose. Double-sided tape is going to come into play here. Very short. So now we have double-sided tape. Don't know if you can see it, just a very small strip on both of those ends there. So now when we plug this in and push down on both sides, now it's not rattling around. I'm going to take my 𝗦𝗦𝗙𝗙 Pro SD card right here. So now if I open up my Blackmagic camera app, go into my settings and down to media, see the 𝗦𝗦𝗙𝗙 is what the drive name is. So you can just hit open there. Maybe if you use like a 3M or Gorilla Tape or something stronger than the Amazon Basics double-sided tape that I have, I'm guessing you can leave this in position even. But now all I need to do to take my phone out is disconnect this adapter from both sides. But now you can leave the adapter on, go in here, grab my phone like normal, and now you still have this setup exactly in place. So to me, this is the perfect minimalist pro setup for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. We have everything we could want. We have a variable ND attached. We have multiple ports. I know a lot of people are asking, can I use, a DJI or the Rode Wireless Pro receivers? And you absolutely can. Obviously, I've been using the DJI mics, but I can also grab my Rode receiver here, little USB-C cable. So now if I go to my Blackmagic camera app again here, you can see we're still recording our files to the SD card. And now if I go to audio, we can see the Rode Wireless Pro receiver there. And now we see the mic is receiving audio information on the phone. So you can have a wireless receiver. Again, this could be a SSD if you don't want to go to an SD card. The sky's the limit for how you want to customize this setup best for you. Again, I'll leave everything linked in the description below for this setup. And if you've been enjoying this series where I'm showing multiple rigs, I've got something in the works that takes minimalist to a whole new level. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that video. Huge shout out to Beastcage for sending out the new cage and sponsoring this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.